Olivia, what lake is this? What are we looking for?
Beaver.
And what else? Yeah, we'll see what we can catch. So we got some, I think number 5 footholds, some drowning rods to put the footholds on, some 330 conibears, some H stands for the conibears, and a spud, some more footholds, and some double long springs up there in case we want to get old school. There's some bait and there's some trapping tools. I guess that's all we need for a good day of trapping. And the girls with lots of snacks.
I want to get this out, Lord.
Hi. What are we doing? Playing? Are we trapping? We're out here at our favorite spot to trap, Star Lake. It's early April and we're setting some beaver traps with the girls. Here's a 330 going in on a natural caster mound. It might be just muskrats, but we'll try to catch a beaver or an otter. I think I trapped out most of the beavers here a couple years ago, but there probably are some new ones in here, and it's springtime, so they're covering ground and trying to find new territory. So as some beavers move in here this spring, I think we'll catch one or an otter. So I'll set some new caster in there and then put some fresh popple sticks in there as bait, and we'll check it in a couple days. Got another set put in. This is a little stream connecting to some swamps, but there's a big lodge just around the corner there. And I put a 330 on an H stand with a dive stick here, and there's a little pseudo caster mound there. So hopefully one passing through or one smells my bait and comes in to take a peek. Natalie, what are we trapping?
Deers.
No, not deer.
Fish.
Hmm?
Camping. Fish.
Yeah, we're trying to get beavers.
Yeah.
And we are at the same spot as the last set. We set another 330 on an H stand here in this little channel off the main pond. There's quite a large beaver lodge that I've trapped on in the winter before, but not in the past year, so hopefully there's still some big beavers in here. I put some mud up on the bank there, and we'll bait it with some caster and some fresh popple and see if anything comes in the next couple days. Steep bank from the truck. Olivia's bushwhacking. We just got a third set on this pond. It's a caster mound with some extravagant bait. It's a foothold on a drowning rod here, and there's a couple bank dens that look active, but I'm not sure what's using them. I've caught mink off these before, but hopefully there's some beaver or otter using these. What do you girls think we'll catch here?
Beaver.
Beaver or a bear? We'll see. We're back at this lake where I caught some of my first beaver with Olivia when she was 4 months old. That was 4 years ago. And 2 of the beavers were black beavers. And that's what we turned into a pillow on the couch, right? So we're back to maybe get some more beavers. There's a lodge down there and a dam right here that they're mudding up. So I think we'll be able to catch something here and maybe set by the lodge. The lodge looks a lot bigger than it did 4 years ago, so that's a good sign that there's still quite a few beavers in here. So we're gonna set a couple traps here, drive up, set a couple traps there, and then there's another pond up on top of that hill that we'll set too. Olivia and Natalie are my helpers today, and they're being really good helpers, eating lots of snacks. You girls ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, we got a foothold and caster mound right here. A 330 in that channel.
Dad, can you cast this out really far?
Yeah, sure. And then another 330 on an H stand right there. The dam, or the lodge, is right there. So hopefully these beaver come check the lodge out or check the dam out and they catch one. You think we'll catch one here?
Yeah.
How many?
20.
We only got 3 traps.
Okay.
Maybe 3?
Yeah.
Hope so. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we're on the lodge, and you can see there's a lot of beaver activity. They took down this pine tree and they've been nibbling on it. They must be hungry. That's the dam back there by the boat where we set 3 sets. And now I've got a baited foothold right here on a Castor Mound drowning rod into that deep run. There's a run right there that's easier to set. And I've got 330 there on an H stand. And then there's at least 2 more runs here that are kind of hard to set. And then this 3rd run that I could go get another trap for. This should be a good spot. I think we'll get 2 beavers off this set. All right, well, we'll see how the tree tripod works right now because it was raining, so I let the girls stay in the truck and watch the Troll movie on the iPad. But I showed you the 2 other sets I put on this lodge. There's a 330 on an H stand on one of the more shallow runs. There's a foothold on a drowning rod on this kind of edge of the run here. Then there's a shallow run that I'm gonna set now. The bottom here is really hard. That's a good sign that it's like an active run. I'll try to get it right in here where they're going in. Feels like that's right here. I don't think I'll be able to shove this that far into the ground because it's so hard, but I'll give it a shot.
There was no help to be found in the times that I was in. There was a time or 2 that I could have called at the end. I was hanging on still where I lay. I was wandering slowly.
There, now we should have a chance at a beaver in there. Let's see, we'll check it in a couple days. There's a group of ringnecks out here in full plumage and they're just swimming right towards us because Bindy's here. I'm not sure why they're attracted. They'll usually come pretty close until I run and scare them, but it's fun to see the ducks. We shoot a lot of these at Star Lake in September. They're never this pretty. There's some swans. A lot of stuff here. I got one 330 an H stand and number 5 coil spring for a foothold. Put that stuff down here. We'll check out this lodge. Here comes a pair of wood ducks. There's an eagle, 2 swans, some geese, a dozen ringnecks, some hooded mergansers. A lot of life in here this time of year. There's some old cinder blocks as steps to get onto the lodge. I wonder if the beavers installed those. We're on the lodge here. Scouted out those runs. I'm gonna see if I can set that deepest one because that's where I remember catching some of the bigger ones. But with 4 runs on most of these lodges, it's tough to cover them all. So we'll see if we can catch one. This is a 330, a Duke 330. I just realized that it's not. The springs aren't depressed. It's not ready to be set. And I left my setters at the truck. This is something I can do, but it hurts the hands a lot, so I'm glad it's the only one of the day. And I haven't done this in a while, so let's see if I have the strength and the technique to get this closed. put the safety on the top side this time. See if I can get her down. One more. It's hard in the mud. There we go. I can't do that all the time. My hands will get torn apart. So, got her set. These H stands are nice. A lot nicer than what you saw me do at the last lodge with that swivel stick. But they might, you know, some wary trap shy beavers might not want to go into an H stand sometimes. So there's pluses and minuses to convenience. Let's see if I can get this up. Put it on the wrong way. We'll put the trigger at the bottom. Safeties are off. That's okay. Just stay out of the danger zone, right? And this run is super narrow, so I gotta fold the springs up. I'm gonna wire this off to the top here and then probably wire it off to a big log. See if I can fish this thing in there. It's got to go down in there. I'll try this once, and if it fails on me, the trap goes off, I'll probably try setting somewhere else. I don't want to fall in. Be a cold ride home with two cranky girls. See, that thing's buried. Okay. It's on the bottom in the sand. This is the lifeline. I'm tied off to this big log here. It's kind of a Hail Mary set here. Can't hardly feel where the run is, but the sticks will kind of guide it in there. As long as I'm on the bottom, it should have a chance. The top of the H stand's about a foot under the water. All right, we'll put in one more trap and we'll be done for the day. Here's the start to my foothold set. See, it's about 4 inches of water, 3-4 inches of water right here where I've got a nice solid bed for the trap on the edge of the lodge, and I made a pile of muck and weeds there. The beavers will do that when they're making a scent mound. They'll pile up the mud and then put some castor gland on there, and I got some castor lure I'll put on there. Now I'll show you how I set the trap. This is a drowning rod. There's a one-way slide. Starts at the top, so trap gets connected to this hook. You gotta have some deeper water to use these. It's pretty deep here, like I was saying. This goes in the mud, in the deep water. Beaver's front foot gets caught in this and it slides down the trap and it can't come back up. So the beavers expire pretty quick on these sets, even though they're just a foothold. That's pretty humane. So I gotta find a nice spot in the muck to get it buried. pretty good. Put it in a little bit further after I get the trap set. Setting these is also kind of tricky for me. Try not to use my hands because it'll eat them up too, but I can use my feet to press the trap springs. It's a coil spring trap. And then flip the pan onto the dog there. It's got a light trigger. I'll set it like that. But the beaver's gonna come in, hopefully put his front paw onto the pan and get a front foot catch. So like that. Put the dog away from where they're coming from and try to put the trap to one side, kind of to favor one leg or the other. This one will go for a right front foot catch. And this is young popple tree. This is like beaver candy. They see this white and it's kind of a tasty snack for them. And I also use that to apply the bait into the caster mound. Put some in there, like I said, and some on top. And then some in the water, they'll smell that. In addition to the caster gland as bait, we use the popple sticks. I think we got a chance at a beaver. Well, we just got the last set in. I think we did 2 on this pond, both on the lodge. 6 on that pond with 3 on the lodge and 3 on the dam. And a bunch of other sets. So I think that's probably like 13 total across the line. Not a whole lot, but that is enough for me. And I'm happy I got those in with the girls. They had a fun time, and now they're just watching a movie because it was kind of raining for a second. But we'll go home, get something to eat, and then come back in a couple days and see what we caught. That's the fun part. Here we are at the first spot I set up 2 days ago. It's a spot on this river by the highway here. And we set by the bridge. We got permission on this property. And we did a caster mound set. Looks pretty good with some bait sticks. It's not really disturbed too much, but the trap's gone. Look down the drowning rod here, and we got something brown floating. That's a beaver. That's good. First trap that we checked, we got one. So I'll haul them out and we'll take a closer look at them. Nice medium-sized beaver. Caught by the tippy toe. Perfect. We'll get them loaded up in the truck and keep checking. First up, we got 1 beaver, 1 deadhead. Some more bait for the next sets. We got 1 beaver on the river under the highway, and we did not have a beaver in our second trap, so that's 1 for 2 so far. We've got 11 more traps to go. We got 1 here at Star Lake, so we'll check it. And you girls get a sucker for riding in the woods. You want a sucker?
Yeah.
We got nothing at Star Lake. We just checked the trap. It's empty, so we rebaited it. And we'll leave it for a few more days. Hopefully we get one at the next couple spots. Spot number 3, we got 2 empty traps of 3 so far, so we pulled the other trap. We might end up pulling all these because this lodge, I think, is vacated. What do you think, Olivia? Is anything gonna come? Natalie, you can walk over here. It's like our backyard. Just walk. Start walking. Good job. Good job, you got it. What do you think, Olivia? Should we keep these traps here or pull them?
Pull them.
Okay, we'll pull them. Maybe we'll find another pond to put more traps. This channel set empty. I'm gonna pull it along with the other 2 traps I pulled, and we'll move southeast, see if we can find another spot to set, and we'll check some other traps that we got. Girls are snacking. New spot. We're about half mile from the last spot where we pulled the 3 traps, looking to set a couple more. There's a pretty good sized lodge. This is a pretty historic beaver spot. It looks like they've run out a bunch of big trees. Girls are up in the truck. There's a lot of bank dens here, but none of them seem too active. I am seeing some peeled sticks. That could just be muskrat activity. It might just be worth putting a trap or 2 in here, but only one way to find out. All right, that's gotta be from a beaver in the past couple of weeks, if not more recent. So I think they're climbing up this bank right here, so I'll set a foothold there, and if I can squeeze in a 330 in one of these bank runs, I'll try that too.
When I was younger, I was up beside there. You said to me, son, don't ever call my name. When the time comes up, I can find you. I wish to remind you when I'm home again. It'll be the last time I
think I'll just put a crossover set here between these 2 ponds, and maybe an otter will come through here, but more likely a beaver. I'll put some castor gland, and maybe in the next few days we'll get one. Let's go set it up.
Finding shelter there, put my weights and my temptations to the test. There's not a soul here, not a soul here.
All right, the truck's pretty much empty of traps. There's one old foothold in there, number 4 double long spring, but we'll see if we should set the dam with a foothold on a slider. But if not, next stop is going to the honey hole, where I think we'll have a few catches. We just set that channel crossover set in that corner of this pond. And I decided to move over here and just make sure that this side didn't have any sign, and it does. I kind of wish I saved that 330 to put in one of these channels, because it's a pretty active crossover from this dam. It's a pretty big dam and a series of dams up there. But all I've got left in the truck is a number 4 double long spring. This is an old school trap that was handed down to me, so I'm gonna give that a shot here. I'll put a foothold in here with a little bit of bait and get her set up.
Where my mind lay wasn't told.
All right, so the truck is empty of traps. And so far we've caught 1 medium beaver out of 5 sets checked. Not ideal, but at least the girls found a couple fun things, a deadhead and a turtle shell. Next, we're gonna check the honey hole, and I'm pretty confident we'll have a couple more beavers there. There's 8 sets there, and then we'll come back in a few days to check all these ones we just reset. Cheese. We're at the spot we set yesterday or 2 days ago. It's this beaver lodge. There's a run over there that we set in this foothold, and the trap's gone. So I was excited that we had caught one, but I looked down and I see the trap with nothing in it. So we'll just reset this one, and hopefully the beavers aren't too smart to come back. What do you think? Okay, we'll pee right here then. Well, we just checked the honey hole, what I thought was the honey hole, with the girls, and there was 2 empty traps on the runs into the lodge. One was kind of tilted. I think they messed with it, and then the foothold was tripped and drug down the chain, but there was a stick caught between the jaws, so it didn't close all the way. So I didn't get that one, and I was trying to reset one of the body grippers, and the girls were watching me, and I fell forward right into the water face first. So I'm soaking wet, but they thought that was kind of amusing, at least. So I'm gonna change out of these wet pants and just put some boots on. We got 3 more traps to check on this pond, and we'll be done for the day, so Still only got one in the truck, 3 traps left to check. Let's see what we get. We are at the last spot where we set 3 traps yesterday. There's a body grip there, a body grip there, and a foothold in the middle of the screen there. So I think all 3 traps were set off, but I'm not sure how many beavers we got. I do see some fur in one, and I see that one trap is empty, but I'm not sure where the other one is right now. So let's go take a look. Olivia, do you want to hold this or do you want to go look?
Hold what?
The camera?
Yeah.
Look at that. Beaver, Natalie?
Yeah.
It's a nice one. We caught him right behind the shoulders. All right. Let's see what's going on with the other 2 traps. Here, Olivia, I'll help lift you across. Hold on tight to the camera. Well, we got 1 beaver, 1 miss on a snap trap, and another miss on a snap trap. And we lost a toe, unfortunately. So these beavers are probably gonna be smart. They've snapped 4 of my traps on this pond. I'm not sure how many are left, but we'll give it a shot. What are you shooting at? Nice shot. Almost got it again. Try again another day. All right, so we're at County Line Road, and the Pisag's on that, the West's on that, so we're trapping this culvert here, which I think is legal, and we set up a double long spring, old school trap for a beaver on a caster mound. And I don't see my trap sitting here, so Olivia, come down here, let's go see if there's anything floating.
Okay.
All right. Feels tight. Feels like a big one. We'll see. Oh, yep. Front foot catch on a beaver in the old double long spring, number 4. It's a nice dark one. Got him by the front foot.
Dad, can I do the video?
Sure. You filming? Back at Star Lake. 3rd trap we checked today, and we got one. The first foothold on the highway had an escapee. We caught one there a couple days ago. The 2nd trap we checked on County Line Road had a nice beaver. And now we're at Star Lake taking out the beavers. I'm thankful we got this one. They killed this oak tree that lives on this island. They wrung it out. So I didn't think there were any left in here, but apparently they are, or this one moved in here. So I'll reset this trap and we'll keep moving on. At the honey hole spot, we got empty 330, empty 330, and a muskrat in the foothold. And we'll see what's on the lodge over there here in a second. Back at the Honey Hole Beaver Lodge, we set this run with a 330, and we got a kit moving in. Actually fell in right here a few days ago, and we got a foothold on this one. Feels like we got some weight on it. Oh yeah. Nice front foot catch, that's what we're trying to do. That's a good beaver. And it looks like this is the one we missed last week on this lodge. He's not missing a toe, but he's got a scar on his foot. So I think we missed him with this trap last week and we got him today. That's great. It's a good one. Nice dark one. We'll get these ones reset. And there's another set on the run over there, and that one's empty. We're back at the last spot we set last week, and there's a big lake here. crossover and they've got all this dammed up. I put the old school trap here, the double long spring, and we got an empty trap with nothing in it, huh? Must have slid over its belly because it's kind of a crossover right here. So we'll get this reset with some new bait, and then probably put a couple more sets in here because we pulled some traps at the last spot. This channel set was empty. It was probably an otter scooting through too fast, so I reset it. Better luck next time. We had a catch here in that foothold and got it reset.
Dad, you gotta come.
What are you catching?
A salamander.
No way. Let's see it. Is it a salamander?
Can you help me find it? I lost
What color was it?
it. It was dark blue with yellow spots.
Really? Which way did it go?
That way.
What did we do?
A beaver chappy.
How many we catch?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And a muskrat.
One muskrat.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Day 3 trap check. We are on the first spot here, the Highway River Bridge. And we got, I think, a nice large beaver. These beavers are getting torn up though. See this back? It's got a bunch of scars from fighting with other beavers. All right, second spot, day 3. I don't see the trap. Got a tight chain. And there's something on here. We got one. Another dark beaver right down. Full catch on the back leg with the number 4 double long spring. See the beaver? All right, we're back at Star Lake. It's a bit of a hike for this trap. We just got one trap set here. So I'm leaving the girls in the truck. They're watching trolls. It's hard to carry both of them when I got both of them along on the trap line, so they get to enjoy a movie. But this is the third check of our spring beaver trap line this year, 2026. And today we've already got 2 beavers for 2 traps. So we're going 100% right now. We'll see if we get a third one here at the third trap, and then we got about 8 more on the cousin's property. But so far this year, I think we've caught 8 beavers on 2 checks, which is pretty good for me. And my hands are getting sore from skinning them and putting them up. But it's fun this time of year. It doesn't last for very long. Probably gonna pull the traps in a few days when I have a turkey season. When I come up here solo, I'll be able to work more efficiently, pull all my traps after I'm done turkey hunting. But let's see, we're out here to Oak Island where the beavers destroyed this oak tree. It's a good duck hunting spot. And there's a body grip trap up here. We'll see if it's got anything in it. Looks like the trap is missing. That's a good sign. And there's a flat tail right there. So I don't know if these beavers are just moving through. There's a big lodge over there that I trapped out a few winters ago. And I expected there not to be very many beavers in here, but there might be some that are moving through or just a colony that's back in here. But the size of the beavers I've been catching here makes me think they could just be 2-year-olds that are getting kicked out of their colonies and trying to set up shop here at Star Lake. So I'm glad I'm catching them. I'll reset this and we'll see if we get any more. 3 for 3 today. Thanks, Bindi. Look at that loon. we're at the third trap spot of the day. Got Natalie coming down with me. Think we're gonna catch any beavers here?
No.
Okay, the prediction is no. We'll see.
Okay.
Well, Natalie was right. There were no beavers here in that run, that foothold, and this run. So I think I'll pull one of them, leave the rest for the last check in a couple days. You gotta go pee? All right, let's go pee. We're at the lodge uphill from the last little pond, and this is a foothold set. I don't see the trap. Can't see anything down this rod, but we'll see if we feel any weight. Get this out of the mud. What do we got? A little bit of weight. Yep, there's a nice front foot catch on a beaver with the number 5 Bridger. Decent beaver, huh, Bindi? By the front foot, that's good. So we'll get this trap reset. The other bank run, or the lodge run on this, is empty. I haven't really caught much on any of the lodge runs, just one small beaver on a different pond down the hill. So I'll just leave those in, hope to get an otter moving through, but one more check in a few days and we'll see what we get. But this is the 4th beaver of the day. So, I mean, I hope I don't get too many more because I'll be pretty busy skinning for the next couple days if I do, but that's a good sign. Well, it looks like at this spot we got a few catches. There's a beaver in the 330 on a little caster mound set. We had a miss on a foothold right there. We got a trap with not a beaver, but it's a muskrat, and another muskrat pooped on it. And then up here we got an empty trap. Surprising that nothing tripped that one off.
We already
So
checked that one.
you're right. So we'll get these reset, and we'll probably put the girls in the truck because it's starting to rain. Last spot of the day. One tripped trap with no beaver, so I reset it here, and then an empty body grip over there closer to the truck. That's good. We got 5 today, and we'll do one more check and pull all the traps. What did we catch today? Good job. How many beavers?
20.
Look.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 beavers and 1 muskrat. Good job, girls. Thanks for your help today.
Muskrat.
Yep. See him?
Where is he? Oh, yeah, right here.
All right. That was a fun trap check, day 3.
Yeah.
So we'll come back in a couple days and recheck it during turkey season. Thanks, girls. Go look at it.
Wait, I want to jump through that. I mean, jump over it. Yeah.
What'd you got?
Beaver.
This is the 4th check of the line. This is the 4th beaver we caught at this spot.
It's this big.
This river's pretty productive. It's a big one, I guess. So we'll get them out of the trap, and we're gonna pick up all the traps today. It's a nice sunny day, but it's kind of chilly, but we'll take it. So throw him in the truck and check the other 12 traps.
Daddy, it wasn't going actually.
Is it going now?
Yeah.
All right, we're back on the dike road where we caught 2 beavers before our last trap check. We'll see if we got one. It looks like I don't see the trap, so there may be something at the end of this line. Feels like there's some weight. Another one, Olivia.
We caught one, Dad.
Look at that. Nice rock
Bindi.
anchor
Smell it.
and a good back foot catch. And this is an old trap that John gave me. It's a good catch. We caught beavers here 3 out of 4 checks. These ones are all covered in burrs. They're just crawling through the woods.
What bows?
Got them cleaned up.
What are bows, Daddy?
Cockleburrs, remember those stickers?
Yeah. It's cold.
Got empty trap at Star Lake today. Not mad about that. Hopefully there's not too many more beavers moving in here, but we're pulling the line. So if there are more that move in here, I'll get them in the fall. Well, that's it. We're all done. We're last trap to pull on the 2026 spring beaver line. I think we caught 14 beavers and 3 muskrats on 4 checks. Not bad. So pretty fun, good weather, and the girls had a good time. So we'll get these last couple beavers skinned and put up and send them to the tannery, and then get back at it this week for some turkey hunting. Thanks for watching.